and welcome back. Today I'm going to be trying, well not today, but for the next several months I'm going to be trying my hand at project panning. Now, no one really would know this, but I fail multiple times at project pans that I set for myself because I never actually film them because I think in my head I'm going to see if I can do this first before I put it out there, and then I fail miserably. I think I tried once to do like a skincare project pan and did one update and then never finished it. Yeah, that's about as much as I've done. So, like where I've actually put it out there onto the internet. But I try oftentimes to try and use things and do a project pan, and I am notorious, for me, you wouldn't know this, but for me, in my mind, notorious for not being able to finish them. I get bored and whatnot. Well, situations have changed for me a little bit. My youngest is starting school, and I have decided to stop my job that I've been doing for the last 9 years as a home daycare provider, and I am looking to try and get into some administrative work that I can do from home, that sort of thing. That is my background before I had kids. So in doing that, my income, specifically for like the extras, is basically gone, which means I'm broke when it comes to a makeup budget, so I have to learn to love what I have. And I thought if I make it more challenging, maybe I will enjoy it a little bit more, hence the project pan. So today is September the 3rd, and today is when I started. I picked 20 items. Some of them are very small because, you know, you have to kind of make it so that you stay motivated. If everything's full size and new and it's going to take forever to go through, then for me, there's no motivation in keeping it going. So I picked 20 items, and I'm going to keep this going until December 31st. So for the next, what, 3 months? September, October, November, 4 full months. Add, Leah, math. Anyway, so for the next 4 months, I'm going to keep this going. I'm not going to add in items or like roll items into it as I'm doing it. I'm just going to try and finish stuff or hit pan. I've kind of made notes on what my goal is for these items. So I'm going to get into it because, yes, as I said, there are 20 items, and I will show you where I am at. This way of doing project panning is also inspired by Anne Elizabeth Murray. I will leave her channel linked in the comments below. She does a lot of project panning, but she likes to put a lot of numbers into it to show her progress with the weights and all that kind of stuff, and I thoroughly enjoy that as well. So, the first item that I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. I'm also going to leave pictures here so you get a better look because these are quite shiny. But yeah, this is pretty well new. I mean, I've had it since it came out, and I've used it a bunch, so I mean the ripples in it have gone down considerably, but this is one that's just so pretty to look at and just to swatch, and I really love this highlighter. This is not one to finish up. There's no way that I'm going to finish this in 4 months, but I would like to hit pan on it, so that is the goal for this particular one. I forgot to mention, this is starting out at 78.1 grams. Next up, I have the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues, and it looks like this. And this I just want to hit pan on as well, and this is at 52 grams. I have the Benefit Ka-Brow Pomade here, and this has a significant amount gone out of it. This is one that I want to finish completely. It's starting to dry out a little bit. If I repurchase it, which I probably will because I really do like this pomade, I would get the mini just because I'm not using it quick enough before it's dried out. So I think a mini would be better for me. This is a full size, so yes, I want to finish this up by the end of the year. Oh, I'm going to keep forgetting to do the weights on this. This happens to be 21.9 grams. Next up, I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is in the shade Bad to the Bronze. And you can't really tell necessarily, but there's a good dip going on in the center of this. I would like to use it up. I've had this for years and years and years, but it's still surprisingly creamy and nice to use. But it is starting to separate from the edges of the pot in here, so I know it's starting to dry out. This is one I want to use up, and if I do not use it up, it will be going into the trash because yeah, like I said, it's drying up and I don't want to keep it in my collection, but I do want to use it because I bought it. And that is at 49.2 grams. Next up, I have the Rimmel Stay Matte makeup primer. I really do love this primer, especially for the summertime. It really helps to keep my oils and even sweat at bay. It's like pretty heavy duty. My favorite mattifying primer, and it's drugstore. I can't remember when I got this. I either got it beginning of last summer or the summer before, so it's getting old. It looks full just because of the amount of air in it, but when I squeeze it, there's not a ton left in here, which is probably good because I don't enjoy wearing this necessarily in the cooler months, but this is going to get used up and it is at 30.9 grams. I have a newer item here. This was sent to me by my friend Julia over in Czech Republic, and this is the LOV Dual Concealer and Retoucher. It's got a concealer on this end, and then like a stick, not like, and a stick, concealer on the other end. And I didn't get this that long ago. She sent this over to me. I think I got it in June, maybe July. But yeah, I just want to use it because I want to give it love. And I'm not one to use a lot of stick concealers. So I think if I have it in a project pan, I will use it more. I don't think I will use it all up. I think I will use up all of this. So that's my goal, is to finish up all of this side and to get a significant chunk of the top side gone. And this weighs in as a total because I can't, well, I guess I could separate it. I didn't separate it, so we're weighing it as one. And this weighs in at 31.8 grams. I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Trio set here, and I've already got a little bit of pan going on in this shade here. What is it? Incandescent Light. But I would like to finish this entire thing. Goals. I would like to finish this entire thing by the end of the year. My goal with this is if I get far enough in it come December that it looks like I'm going to finish it, then if I have a job and have money to buy it, I want to buy one of their holiday editions. They usually come out with the 6-pan ones that have the blush as well as the bronzers in it, so I like to get that. But I need to use this baby up first. I've had it for a few years and it needs to be done. I use it as a finishing powder. I usually just swirl it all together and put it on my face. For the time being, while I still have a tan, I'll be concentrating more on this shade and hopefully finish that up. And then, yes, hopefully that isn't too ambitious for me because I've had this for a while and just hit pan on it this summer. But use it up is my goal. And it is at 16 grams. I have this travel size Buxom Lip Cream in the shade Dolly. Don't know why, but I'm going to swatch it for you. It's just kind of a sheer pinky cream. And again, use this up and it's at 22 grams. I have this Itsy Bitsy Essence Eyebrow Designer. This is in the shade 02 Brown, and I want to use this up. I really do like this pencil. I need to repurchase another one. I've gone through a bunch of these, but this is getting old, and I kind of forgot about it for a while. I love pencil brow products just because I can get them sharp whenever I want them, and this is cheap, so if I go through it quickly, it's not a big deal. But yes, I would like to use this up. I don't see a problem with using this up. And this is what's the weight in it? 2.4 grams. Another one that might seem like a cheat, but I'm putting it in anyway because it's not used up. Pretty darn close, but is the Beauty for Real Shadow Stick. This is in the shade Ever Starstruck. I got this in a BoxyCharm years and years ago. And this is all that is left of it. That is completely put up to the top. It's just that little nib left on it. I like using this as a base for shadows. When I put shadows over this instead of like doing a cut crease with concealer, but just putting this down, shadows do not budge. Like, I can go swimming and they stay perfect. They stay beautiful. They stay vibrant. This is going to be missed. I mean, I have some other shadow crayons that I can use. I don't know that they're necessarily as good as this one, but this is a good one. I really like it. Oh, and that is 11.9 grams. I have the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. This is coming in at, we're starting it at 17.5 grams. This is a very finicky for me lash primer. It doesn't work with all my mascaras, so I don't use it often, but it's getting old. I used it today and I even noticed it went on kind of thick for what it normally does. So hopefully we can finish it up before it goes completely bad, but I do want to finish this up, and I wouldn't repurchase it. I know some people love it, but like I said, it works well with some mascaras but not with others, and I just want one that works well with all of them. I have a ColourPop Lippie stick. This is in the shade Lumier. I've had this for several years. I believe this was the first ever ColourPop order I put in. This is what we got going on here, and this is at 10.1 grams, and I want to use this up. The Nars Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Bound. I have no idea how much is in here or when it'll get used up. I've had it sitting all day on my vanity, and it doesn't drip down to show like where it is in the bottle, but this is what it looks like. It's pretty. I really like it. I think for a higher priced item, lip product, that's what I'm trying to say, this is really nice, especially if you find one that you like. The shade is really beautiful. I just always forget about it, but it feels really nice on the lips, and it looks really pretty. So it feels kind of luxurious with the packaging and everything too. I don't know that I would buy one again, but I definitely want to use it up. So, because it was like 35 bucks, $32, something like that. It's a lot. Oh, I'm not sure if I said, but that's at 8.4 grams. I have this Buxom liner, what's it called? The Buxom Plumpliner lip liner, and this is in the shade Incognito, and it has just a lip pencil on one side and very annoyingly a brush on the other because the caps are the same, so you don't know what you're pulling off when you do it. So it's just a little frustrating. I bought this watching someone a couple of years ago, and it looked beautiful on them, and I'm like, oh, I need to have that in my life. Why I needed to have a high-end lip pencil, I don't know, because I barely wear them, but it looked pretty on her, and she has, you know, at least several shades lighter skin than I do, so it looked completely different on her than it does on me. And I, again, don't usually wear lip liners, but I bought it, so now I'm going to use it. I'm wearing it today with the gloss on top. It's not bad, it's just lip liners from the drugstore work for me if I need one in a pinch. I don't need a $20 one. What were you thinking? Did I say how much is left on that one? That one is at 8.1 grams. Okay, so I lied about this one. This is 34.4 grams. That does not sound right. That sounds, mind you, it's very heavy compared to everything else. The packaging on this is heavy. This is 34.4 grams. If my weights were correct, which I could have been off, I tried to be careful. I guess we'll see next time I check in and weigh it. But anyway, 34.4. This one was the one that was 8.4 grams, and this is the Nars Satin Lip Pencil. These came out as birthday gifts like 4 years ago from Sephora, and it's in the shade Rikugien, I think is what it's called. Are we sensing a theme here with the colors? That's what it looks like. Again, this one is starting out at 8.4 grams. Then I have this Milani Conceal and Perfect Powder in the shade 04 Natural. And I've made some significant pan on this, but I want to finish this up. And it is at 68.9 grams. Some of these seem, I guess they're not that heavy. They're probably right. I'm just second guessing myself. So I have two items here, but I'm counting them as one because they're super tiny, and honestly I'll probably be done them within a couple of days. But they are the samples from Benefit. There's the regular Professional and then the Pearl one. Together these are 7.6 grams, and I want to finish them up. And this one I'm pretty sure is almost done. It might have one day left. This one's full, so. But yeah, we'll count them as one. Make it a little bit more challenging. Okay, so I need to read things a little bit better here. When I showed you this one, I actually gave you the weight for this one. So this one is actually at the Hourglass Ambient Trio is at 93 grams. And then this one, which I'm going to talk about next, the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder is at 16 grams. And it's just a loose powder. I'm mainly just using this to set my eyeshadow and like primer, that's the word, set my eyeshadow primer. And then when I'm done with the Milani powder, I'll reach for this one as well. So yeah, want to use this up. Got it as a birthday gift this year. not a super big fan of it, so I figured at least if I'm using it to set my eyeshadow primer, it's getting used, and I don't mind it that way. I have another powder here. This is the AOA setting powder, perfect setting powder, and this is in the shade Brightening. And I like this for my under eyes. Again, I can use it as a finishing powder if I need to, but I don't think I'm going to run out of any finishing powders, so I'll keep this for my under eyes, and then if I need to, you know, use it up quickly, I'll just use it all over my face as a setting powder or finishing powder or something. Maybe I'll use it as a setting powder, but it's more of a finishing, it's more of a finishing powder finish. But yeah, we'll use it up. That's the plan. Okay, the last item is another Essence product, and this one is their Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. I forget the shade, it's worn off, but it's the brown one. And I have used these, like gone through several of these. These and the Rimmel Exaggerate Eyes, I think is what it is. They're my favorite ones. They last in my waterline really nicely. They don't smudge, they don't move around. This is cheaper than the Rimmel one, and I can find it a little bit easier, so I picked these up, and it's in this project pan because I actually lost it, bought another one, and then found this one, so I want to use it. Or drop it on the floor and wreck the carpet down here. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to use it up because I already have another one. I'm not one to buy backups of things, so I don't want the other one to go bad either. Again, I like pencils like this because I can sharpen them and get a fresh tip, and have it nice and sharp when I tightline so I can poke my eyes. Oh, and this is at 3.7 grams. And I think I forgot, but this one is at 25.1 grams. Well, that is my very ambitious project pan. Well, some of them. Some of them are pretty easy. They'll be done like within the next day or two. But others are ambitious, and I am going to work towards it because, like I said, there's no extra money right now to be splurging on makeup. If I get anything, it'll be from my Optimum points because I get that from buying groceries, and then I get points to buy free makeup. Love that program. But anyway, I digress. This is my, what is it? Fourth quarter, not even a quarter. Quarter would be October. End of 2020 project pan, 20 items. And I just picked 20 because I kind of picked stuff out of my vanity, and I was at 17. I'm like, let's make it an even number. Let's go for 20. So that's how I picked it. It has nothing to do with the year or anything like that. So this is it. Project pan. Use it up because I'm broke. Let me know in the comments below if you're doing a project pan or if you've done them in the past. Any tips that you have to stay motivated when you're doing it and not get bored. Like I said, there won't be a lot of new stuff coming into my collection, but I still have a lot of things that I could pull from it instead of these. So hopefully I won't get bored. Hopefully I'll stay motivated and keep with it. But any tips you guys could have would be appreciated as well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.